gentlemen, and welcome to TI10. I'm Odie Pixel here with Fogged, and we're very excited to bring you the first of today's games, which is going to be quite a showdown.
It is.
We're going to be starting off with Evil Geniuses versus Asta, with a bit of an asterisk, if you would say, as unfortunately White Album will not be playing. And we have the stand-in of, I believe, 86.
It is 86. However,
86.
not the worst news. Of course, that's bad news, but we do have updates that he is starting to feel a little bit better. He did get to practice with the team yesterday, so hopefully we do get the full roster coming in the future for them. And
yes.
86 is a mid-player.
We've
been checking up some information for
Rank
him.
300.
Rank 300, so
not
like
bad.
8.5K probably, I think, in China about. So, hey, pretty good, but hasn't played in quite a long time, it looks like. That was 9 months ago. We can't really find too much other information on him besides that, so.
No, but we're going to find out today very shortly, as the game will be starting on the hour between the two. I mean, first sort of game, well, at least we're going to be seeing. Of course, there's many other games going on. I believe 4 streams, about 5 streams, in fact. You can watch either the sort of the streams where we're showing everything from the draft to the game and sticking with the game across the 4 streams, and of course there's that multicast stream as well, where you can catch the panel hopping into all the little bits of the action throughout the day. So a lot of Dota to consume. Hopefully you've got enough screens to watch it. You know, get your phones out, get your laptops out, get everything going with all the different streams going on, because you won't want to miss any of it, I'm sure. And yeah, in particular this first game we've coming up, because even with the alteration, you know, that adds more to the memes. Sure, because now it's like, well, if EG don't do well against Asta, who's playing with a stand-in today at least, then, you know, it's not going to look great for them. But we'll see. And also as well, first games of the group stages, we don't really know what's going to get picked. I mean, our team's going to come in, and are they going to be picking the stuff that we've seen them practicing, you know, in the pubs, in sort of the upcoming, you know, the sort of the build-up towards this TI? Or are we just going to see them come up with stuff that we've not really seen at all? Because they've been saving it, they've been practicing it, and it's group stages. There's going to be a little bit of testing involved, right?
Yeah, and it's step 1. Like, this is where we find out, are we going to have fast games, slow games? Our team's going to just vary a lot? Our team's going to copy each other a lot? Hey, who knows? Because I believe at TI9, we all went in pretty blind.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, I know the teams were talking about it, like the IOs and the gyrocopters and all that, but then, boom, IO carries. OG used to start doing all this crazy, weird stuff. So, yeah, really looking forward to see if maybe we get some crazy, strange stuff too, because we have seen a lot of newer like semi carries in the carry position. We've been seeing carries playing supports, a lot more flexing. So this should be a very interesting and very information match for everybody.
Yes. I mean, are there any sort of, you got any sort of hot takes of this hero in this position? You're not going to expect it, but you think we're going to see it?
Man, there's so many. Like the Monkey Kings and the Weavers are the 2 big ones. We're going to be seeing like the 4s and the 5s. Monkey King is probably going to be played in all 5 roles. Weaver, I think, could potentially see play in probably all 4, maybe 4 or 5 roles. I don't think 5 position Weaver can be so much, but saw Ice playing 3. I've been seeing 4 Weaver. I saw some mid Weavers as well too. So I think we just have so much extra stuff to just throw stuff around and flex heroes around too. Because I know everybody's looking at Tiny, but Tiny's probably going to get banned a lot too, probably majority. Yeah, this is going to be really, really cool.
Was he the one that you had in your predictions as your most banned?
I think I had him as most wins and most bans, because you need just 5 games. So as long as if he only makes it 5 games and he wins the 5 game, right?
That's smart.
I wasn't sure. I don't know. It was a tough one this time around for sure.
I think you've have they still got time to put the predictions in?
I think you still have a couple
right up until the game. Oh, it actually.
I think for heroes you have another 2 hours.
Get those predictions in on your compendiums, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, get those all important points. I think as well. I'm sure it's been mentioned. I'm not sure if it's on this stream. I think probably on it's definitely on the main stream. Of course, you get those drops as well. Get yourself, I believe, a guaranteed treasure.
Yes.
If you get it all logged in and synced up. So make sure you check that out, because you can get yourself some of those beautiful golden sets. But as I say, this game should be starting any moment right now, so you won't have to wait too much longer for the Dota. EG Asta we're starting off with. And in terms of sort of the rest of the day, is there any other games that you're looking forward to seeing?
I mean, some of the other streams have really exciting ones. I know Kyle is very amped about his series. He's got the OG Alliance, I believe
that's going on.
So that's a really good one. I'd have to honestly look at the list, because there's too many games. Prove themselves versus the top dogs
against the big names, right? Because LGD very much is this team that they've got the big names, but I'm hearing, you know, sort of some people, they feel that they've not really quite performed as much as you'd expect a team with that caliber of player too.
And as far as I heard, was Quincy was feeling very confident. I was talking to them a little bit yesterday. I know Kyle tweeted that one as well too. He was saying like Quincy thinks that they're very confident they're going to beat LGD. I think the other one is OGVP. I think that one's really cool today.
That's the end of the day as well. Nice last series of the day there on the second stream.
We got a nice EGT1 as well. I mean, there's just so many good games. Like just get ready for a long day, everybody.
Yeah.
Like Owen said, have your phones out, double monitors, triple
there's
monitors,
so
etc.
much to watch. I mean, my advice would be if you've got the 2 monitors, get the stream with the game that you like, and then get the multicast on, because that will be dipping and diving into sort of all the other stuff going on, so you won't miss anything. Myself and Fox will be here with you on this stream for the first 3 series of the day, which you had up just there. What we got? We got EG versus Asta, which we're starting in a minute. Secret versus Spirit. And
IG Undying.
IG versus Undying.
Which is also another kind of proving ground. You know, it's a lot of proving grounds for the NAs, how they're going to do versus like the Chinese powerhouses. So I'm really looking forward to see that one. I think that's the one that I'm excited for that we're casting today, is that IG Undying series. Even though probably Undying's going to get a bit crushed.
Yeah,
but there's potential.
Yeah, sure. No, there really is.
Yeah.
And Undying, they've got of course good old Febby with them, right?
They do.
Helping them out. So I believe in Febby. I'm sure there's a lot of Febby fans in chat. So I'll be excited to see what Febby's done with the team and
MVP power, right? The Dubu, the Febby, they got
exactly.
their power together.
They've got that synergy. So we'll see. As I said, that'll be the 3rd series of the day on this stream we're watching at the moment. I don't want to be biased, but I would say, stick with us. We're going to have plenty of hours of action coming to you, and hopefully you'll all enjoy it. Looks like we're just having a what time are we on now? Yeah, it's going to start. Don't worry. And a reminder, of course, you don't have to watch us here on the stream. You can also watch in client as well. I believe everything should be accessed with minimal delay. So you won't be missing out on much at all, as it happens pretty much live.
Let's see if we look at this. So for the people who do want to know, EG, they chose first pick. They had priority.
You thought they were going to choose second, right?
I thought they were going to choose second. We've been talking. I was talking with Curtis about it too. He likes second pick now because you have with first pick now you have less ways to actually respond. You have less of like the pick after.
Yes.
You have like the last pick and all that, sure, but you don't have picks. Like you can't. I think you can set yourself up with a ban into a pick, but you can't cover yourself as easily now. So we thought that second pick would be picked.
A couple of patches ago, right? Where there was the recent drafting change, right?
Yes, exactly.
And what was that? What did that change do?
So now it's like what? First pick gets that, then they get one, then they get another. Then second pick pretty much always has counter picks now.
Okay.
In comparison to where first pick before, you had more counter picks. Now second pick gets more counter picks, and they can actually.
And do you like that? You think that's made it more balanced, more competitive?
Okay, we got an update that we're going live pretty soon. I mean, there's always good things to do with. You have to change drafting order a lot throughout the game, and I think we've seen so many over the years where we never even had this many bans. Right now, we have so many different bans as well because the hero pool is going up so much. So.
Well, we just had mild issues on the startup, but it should be good to go very very shortly. And in this game in particular. We talked about some of the new stuff that you could be expecting to see teams experimenting with. Is there anything that, the sort of classic heroes that, EG and Asta have been playing that you want to see them bring out and you think the fans at home are going to be looking forward to seeing played here in TI?
Yeah, I mean, I want some of the XXS, the LC, his legend, Borax, Pudge, lots of other things. So there's a lot of other really fun heroes that we could see. Arteezy playing his Arc Warden. I mean, Abed Storm, Ember Spirit, Crit, Earth Spirit, and stuff like that too. Yeah, there's a lot of signature heroes we could see coming around, but I think when we get to TI, we start getting to like which teams play these staples that just end up like they win tournaments, right? Like Chen, Io,
they're going to come back.
These heroes really start to dominate, and you have to have a player that plays the Chen and the Io. So.
Yeah. So, as I said, once again, apologies. You will be stuck with me. We are trying to start the game. I promise. I'm not typing, hey, give us some more screen time. We're not ready for the game yet. No, we're waiting for the game. So the game will start as soon as possible. I'm spamming the start button here. So don't worry. We will stick with you, though. There's a lot to talk about. It's been a long time.
There is.
Phil. Yeah.
And there's a lot of lack of information on teams right now. That's really the biggest thing. I think all of us are going, and we were talking like theory crafting every single day so far that we've been here when we've been eating lunch, because we're not trying to get too much information from the players, from scrims and stuff like that. Just theory crafting. What are they going to do?
Do you think that makes for a better tournament? Do you like the fact that there's sort of less for the teams to to sort of look at in recent times from one another. The fact that there is a bit more of that blindness going in, not really knowing maybe as much as you would have done for previous TIs with sort of the standard build-up of a lot more tournaments close to the actual event.
Well, the teams start to they start to talk very quickly.
Sure.
I'm saying like
Yeah,
like for
the
us,
chat,
we really lack a lot of the information on
Yeah.
that. Teams start to like spread information, especially like in the past when we used to play a lot. Like when I was playing on like TI3, TI4, we'd always worry. It's like, okay, when we're scrimming Chinese teams, we know the Chinese are going to start spreading information to each other. So we have to kind of work
as well.
We talk to the our teams as well, like our like NA teams, EU teams as well. We're going to give information as well. So I'm sure there is a little bit of that going on, but yeah, I'm really wondering how big of diversity of hero pool.
No,
A couple
'cause
weeks
the
ago.
new
Yeah.
sort of hero on the block that people want to be trying. And I guess as well in the position that you probably expected to be played, the off lane, that is a position where there's quite a lot of viable off laners right now. There's a lot of heroes that you feel very strong running down there, especially as you said with a lot of these core, even slash support heroes that just have that flexibility to be played in numerous positions, and that flexibility which maybe Dawnbreaker doesn't have as much. I mean, sure, you probably could put it elsewhere, but then you're probably stepping into very sort of new, uncharted territory, and you're trying something that has not been nearly as tested and as viable as heroes that, of course, been in the game for years.
Yeah, because I've seen I saw some people even doing like they were doing carry Dawnbreaker in
Carry
some
Dawnbreaker,
situations,
yeah.
but now it's like you really did get nerfed quite a lot.
Yeah.
You lost a lot of your damage coming in through that. Sure, you still have your talents that can be great because you're gonna get those faster because you're a core and you have your your shard, but Same thing. Like, you probably don't want to do that in a situation. I say that, but we might even say
I mean,
it too,
who
so
knows?
Who knows? We really don't have too much info.
Who knows? Who knows? As I say, we're still trying to start things up. I do assume this is probably an issue that's happening on the other streams. So it's
everybody.
yeah, it's just something we're just trying to make sure everything's synced up with the ticket and the systems and everything. So don't worry. Once we do get it going, it will be going.
Yep.
And you know, as I mentioned before, and as I'm sure you all know, there is so much going on today. 4 streams, every stream having 5 series. All series, of course, will be best of 2s, or 2-game series. So you do the maths. That's 20 series today. That's a lot of Dota, and that's only one day. We've got, I think, at least 3 days. I think where we have this many games, and I think on the 4th day there's slightly less.
Yeah.
But a lot to watch and a lot to get through. So I do highly advise you check out the schedule. Make sure you sort of got your route planned for the day. You know, you want to watch a bit of this, a bit of that, a bit of that, because there's a lot of great games going on, and you won't want to miss your favourites playing today.
Yep. Let's see how much. Let's see what everything. Like, wow, I'm just. So I think we're going to see a lot more meshing this time around, but who knows?
Oh, that's true. We have had sort of these extended boot camps where, you would have imagined sort of the mixing up between the regions has been pretty big, and high chance that a lot of the teams have already got the chance to play against most of the potential opponents in the competition. And again, you know, just a reminder as well for the format. So we obviously have these 2 groups of 9 teams, and it will be 8 of those teams from each of the groups going through to the main event. So we'll be losing 1 team from each group during the group stage. And now that always, you know, you don't want to be that one team in the group that doesn't make it to main event. So, you know, everything on the line, and of course, prize pool of over $40 million. A lot of money to play for.
Oh yeah.
And I believe how much you get at the top spot? I believe the top spot was 16, 18? 18, about 18 million.
Yeah.
About 18 million. Not bad. Not too bad for a couple of weeks of Dota.
Nice little cheeky payday.
So. Yeah.
Oh man, we got Ice. Oh man, this match. Can we just get started? We got Ice versus LonM too. Like, we've got like the old former teammates and stuff too. And for the people who are just tuning in,
hello.
We just want to give you the update again, just in case you did not hear from before. It's not Aster's full squad at the moment. They will be using the stand-in of 86 in the mid lane. But we do have, of course, the report that White Album is starting to feel a bit better. He played the scrims with the team yesterday, so hopefully we will be able to get them with their full roster in the future.
Yeah, fingers crossed for that. And they've got 2 games today. They've got this one against EG to start off with, and then I believe the game against Undying later in the day. Yep. So 2 games to get through, and then hopefully they will have the full roster back together for the remainder of the groups. But we'll have to see, and we'll of course keep you updated as we get the news coming in live here, so we'll make sure you're not left out of the loop. And once again, apologies. As I said, you know, it's day 1. You know, we're going to have a bit of
We'll get there.
We'll get there. But as I said, once we get there, it very much is an issue that once we're in the game, we won't have that issue again for the rest of the day. So everything else will run smoothly.
Yeah.
He says. I mean, I don't want to jinx it. You know, touch wood. We'll be fine. But no, very happy to have you all here, and hopefully we can give you the Dota that you've all been looking forward to for quite some time.
2 years.
Know, some of you have, you know, you've been born, you've grown up, you've
been born.
Gone to study, you've got married, you've had kids, and now TI's happening. You know, you weren't alive when the last one happened, so welcome to some of the new watchers. It's been that long, but it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We've got all the teams here ready to go. We've seen them, you know, around the hotel, very much in the zone. You know, it's the biggest TI, of course, that we've ever had in prize pool, as it has been the case year after year. This is it's it for a lot of the teams. You know, I think as you probably know as a player, for these players coming into this, they're not really thinking of anything else beyond it. It's like, this is it. This is not the end, but there's nothing else. It's all in on this.
Yeah, it always has a certain atmosphere when you get the TI. You know, you can chat with the players a little bit and all that, but like you leave them alone. You let they're in their element. They're in their zone completely. So
Yeah, well, as I said, we'll see what happens in this first game, and yeah, very happy to have you all here. I hope you're all getting ready to type your various messages regarding these two teams. You know, hope you have a good think. You've had a long time to prepare. You know, the team's been preparing. I hope you've been preparing at home as well to support your teams and cheer them on in your favourite fashion.
The Cliff Teasies, all that good stuff. Get it ready. Your Borax spam, of course. I know everybody loves spamming about Borax, so.
Yeah, shame he doesn't quite have. You know, did obviously change his tag. He's no longer the Baboka of the past. And that was a name we did enjoy, but Borax is it's a more serious name. Baboka had more of a fun bounce to it. I enjoyed saying it. Baboka. We all had our different ways.
I'm just really curious to see how they are going to do with without White Album, but also just how they're going to do here, because my only real watching of them, because I got to see some of them during DPC. When overall their games, they looked amazing. Like, they looked so damn good inside their region. They were crushing. They're very good inter-regional, like with their regional play, like between China. But then when they go outside of it, it was rusty. But we don't have that much information.
No, there's not.
And a major, they got smashed by T1, and nobody really expected.
Sure, but T1 then did go on to do pretty darn well in the tournament. You know, and I think that last major went to show that T1 is one of the top contenders here at TI.
For sure.
So, yeah. No. Yeah, that sort of defeat was... It wasn't like, oh, they got defeated and then T1 didn't make it far. T1 went on to, of course, make it very deep into the tournament, indeed. Getting right up to the very end.
And let's see how is this mid matchup really going to go? Because if it is, we don't know. We don't really know how much he has played. As we said, rank 300, 8,500 plus.
That's not bad.
MMR, pretty good. But you're versus Abed.
But we did notice as well, he's got 0 match MVPs. So I don't know how you get a rank 300 with 0 match MVPs.
Did match MVP exist the last time he played?
Maybe that's
matches.
He might not have played since they added the match MVP system.
I don't think they existed. Otherwise, that'd be.
Well, you found his profile. When was his last game?
It was 9 months ago.
Oh, the last game was 9 months.
9 months ago, ranked.
Oh.
But he did have a secondary account. I'm gonna actually. I'll find that one really quick for us, really fast.
I wouldn't want to come back after 9 months and have to go mid against DG.
Right? Against Abed.
Against
Abed is also he's a very aggressive player.
Welcome back. Here's Abed in the mid against you. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yes. He must have played some other games elsewhere. Yeah. So, I think we're battling with a coordinator at the moment.
I'm going to find
it's a battle.
His other account, too, because he had a separate account, too, that he was using. So I think I had it open over here on my phone. So this one also, though, no matches since 2017.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
mid-player, though,
I'm interested to see. Mate, you know,
he played your Embers, your Invokers,
sometimes it's good to take a break. It's good to take a break. You take a break, you come back, you're refreshed, and then you're just boom. You know, that sort of natural ability that maybe 86 has kicks in, and he's a complete beast. All those wins that he could have potentially been having over the last 9 months that he didn't have all just sort of been building up inside him, and then he just unleashes it all in one performance against Abed.
I mean, I'm sure he's still playing on some account somewhere. Obviously, you know, once a Dota player, always a Dota player. So
yeah, he might be playing other games. You know, we'll see. This is going to be very interesting to see. Let's hope he's kept up with the game. I imagine he has, because he's coming in and he is a coach for Asta, right? Or
secondary assistant coach, I believe.
Assistant coach. Yeah. I think, okay, his official role, we believe, is the assistant coach.
I believe so. Yes.
Of Asta. Well, I'm going to trust you on that. So,
I believe so. I'm going to make sure again. I'll check.
He was with Asta. He was part of the Asta group here at TI. So almost certainly, as you say, if he's ranked 300, he probably was contributing to some sort of input regarding the Dota play.
My good old KBBQ.
We got an update from Jack.
Did say it was assistant coach.
Assistant coach. There we go. So, yeah, it might surprise us. You never know. 86, you know, get ready to cheer on 86. As I said, it's his standing in last minute. You know, we'll see what he can do. Maybe he can do something magical against Abed. I mean, I believe you were saying, or some other people were saying anyway, you feel this meta kind of shifts focus away from the mid performances, right? Like dominating mid is not going to have as much of an impact as it did in previous metas. Or
Oh no, I think if you dominate the mid, it's still gonna have a huge impact for sure. It's just like most of the times now, these players are on very close skill level, and they're so good at utilizing these water runes and just like pushing lanes out and getting their efficiency.
You're gonna farm.
They farm, yeah. So instead, the problem is now is like if Abed gets ahead and the other guy just gets, like, there's not gonna have a mid laner, right? So could be a problem. He does play he did what I looked at least.
What does he play?
7 months ago. You know, he did play some of the more popular mids like his Queen of Pains, the Invokers, Embers. Maybe not Invokers so much now, but yeah. So it's gonna be interesting, and we'll see like how. Just looking at like times of matches that I was looking beforehand is Aster tends to play a bit longer games. EG, they've been always known as like the lane dominating team, and I think we're probably gonna get to see that a lot here. So we'll see if Aster's gonna be able to hold versus that. So.
Oh, we will. We will. And yeah, I don't know what more I can really say to you, lads and ladies. Just thank you for bearing with us. You know, so you can full permission to begin the start the game span as we're trying. We really are. We really are. Full reminder: if you're getting bored of us talking, you can go and listen to the other streams on the main stream. Who we've got at the moment? You've got Shiva, Jenkins, Tsunami, and Insania. Of course, a last-minute addition to the talent. You'll be seeing Aiden giving his input on the panel throughout the days.
Well, you've got what? Sunsfan and Synderen on other
Sunsfan and Synderen.
You can listen to
on
Sunsfan burping a little bit if you like.
And you've got, I believe, Lyrical and Trent also casting this morning. And I believe Moxie and Purge also on the other streams. So, you know, if you don't like us, you can go somewhere else. But if you do choose to stay here and you do like us, and maybe you don't like us anyway, like, I have to put up with Odie and Fog for the EG Aster match, that's understandable. All right, I feel you. That's understandable. But I still appreciate you sticking with us whilst we wait for the game.
So how do I make sure I get drops?
Mate, I think you just got to log in, and I believe, as a sort of a PSA, you just log yourself in on Twitch, and then after an hour of watching the stream, you should be able to claim, I think is from what I saw, one of the treasures.
Is it? Wait, is it actually one of the treasures?
I think it's what you get, one of the treasures after an hour of watching the stream. Okay. I think you can also get that in-game as well, maybe. I don't know. Of course, there's a lot of ways to get them in-game. As you know, Fog was saying, make sure you do your predictions. You get a lot of points for that.
You still have some time. Unfortunately, you can't do fantasy anymore. That locks an hour before the game start.
He missed it. I missed it as well.
Unfortunately,
we're just giving you a head start. Yeah. We're giving you a head start.
But don't miss those. It actually is important. I know most people do not care about the fantasy at all, but everybody cares about hats. The fantasy is the only way. The fantasy and everything is the way to get the hats this year.
You get the hats.
It's the only way to get them.
So. It really is. There's sort of limited ways to get those points up, so you do have to take part in these features to get the hats. And that's what it's all about. Just make sure you got your cards sorted. Make sure you've been opening your packs.
That one's what? Wait, 8 fully completed teams is 1,200. Wait, I need
1,200. That's going to give you a straight up treasure.
I need more packs.
If you've got a few cards. Yeah, what have you got a moment? Oh, you have.
I didn't.
But you're not quite
close.
Have you got the loading? Oh no, you haven't got the loading screen yet.
No.
So. Yeah.
I didn't vote for a film?
Well, vote for a film. Come on. Do that right now.
How do I do this?
Come on. You click the little arrow. The little arrow. No, that's a big arrow.
This one?
The little arrow.
Yeah, look at that.
There we go.
Oh, I know which one I liked already, so I already watched all these.
Just click yes, I like it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. When it said vote for a film, nobody watched the film. They just clicked it and pressed yes, I like it.
What?
I know you did.
I watched all of these. There were so many
good
ones
this year. No, I did, but I'm saying when it came to getting the points, I was like, yes, I like it, bye. And then I got myself my points. So don't worry, I'm not judging you if you did that as well. I know you did.
Wait, was this the one I really liked? I think this. No, there's so many that I was just so.
But there's some
about
great
watching.
films.
There were really good ones this year.
But see, I don't like to spoil myself. I like to just wait and then see them when they get announced as the winning ones.
I don't think I watched every single one. I watched like half because I don't remember all these. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot.
Well, I want to wait then, but I have to vote.
Just
so
click yes, I like it.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. That got a vote, and then boom, you got yourself some points. Maybe not at the moment because I think the coordinator.
You lied to me. I didn't get points.
You purchased a talent autograph, of course. Purchased one of the talent autographs.
Purchased
Owen as well.
Yep.
Did you buy mine?
Stay positive.
You didn't buy mine. That's
what?
A lie.
Did I?
You did not buy.
I think I did. I got yours.
Oh, good.
I think I bought 5 of mine, but I got yours.
No, I don't know. I think they fixed that.
Did they?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So. Definitely had a couple other voice lines from other people, but
yeah, a lot of great voice lines. Of course, we're very interested to see which voice lines the players will be using. I know you are as well. I know you're going to be whatever RTZ is spamming. That is going to go. The stonks are going to go up. So we've got to see what Artur is going to be spamming in the pubs, in the games. I don't know. Was EG much of a chat wheel team? I don't think that. I feel like EG kind of just focuses on the game. They don't really spam the chat wheels too much, do they?
Abed does if
Abed
gets
does.
if someone tips Abed first,
he'll
if you
start.
chat wheel Abed, he'll go
He'll
hard on you back. Like
Yeah.
he's aggressive player.
Yeah.
Very aggressive player.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah. I do. I think everyone does. Everyone likes to watch the mid players that
Always.
get fueled up, fired up by a little bit of meta game aggression, whether it be a tip or a voice line coming in after they die or miss a CS. Those sort of players like the Arbeds, the Samaels, they're going to be playing at 11 out of 10 when that sort of happens.
And we don't know. What about 86? What if he's just
86?
what if he is the king of just tipping and BMing in the game?
Maybe that's why they brought him in. They're like, well, rank 300 is obviously pretty good, but yeah, maybe he's going to be bringing some new dynamic to the squad for these games today that he's standing in for. I think Asta obviously will certainly be hoping so. Once again, if you're joining us, still waiting. Not quite had an update in the lobby of
Nothing yet.
what's happening at the moment, but I believe the start button might have disappeared, and that's normally a problem. If the start button's not there, it's not great. We do need that to start. But at least the teams will be fully ready. I see it's bringing up techies there. We're going to get any techies this tournament?
That's why I clicked
Is
that.
it?
I mean, I don't know. I hope not. God, I hate this hero. But we'll probably see.
Yeah.
We'll probably see at least once or twice.
Some techies.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is some nice combos, especially if you see some heroes that are really susceptible to the burst in the laning phase. In particular, I saw people doing like the Sand King techies versus like Morphlings is always really nice. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about the techies. I think discussing heroes right now, it's like
That's so
like
many.
we said,
You
we
could discuss
we
them
have
all.
no idea what
Yep.
could happen right
You
now
could-
just because of lack of information. We know like the Banes, which ones are of course very strong and popular inside of it, but as to what teams are playing,
Yes.
we don't know.
What about Venge? Venge still
Venge still strong.
pretty busted with the never dying.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say like busted, but
Busted.
very strong still.
okay.
Yeah.
No.
I still really like it, but that was a good change so you can actually see it. The HP
Sure.
bar. 'cause
Do you
otherwise
think
had
you
no
think that
idea.
does make a difference?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like people are. I mean, sure, not at the high level. Like the pros would have killed it anyway, whether they saw bar or not. But
The movement speed nerf was absolutely necessary too. It was pretty crazy, but I think there's just so many crazy potentials for this hero coming back. Also because this is a little bit of information that people do know is Bat Rider is super popular. Bat Rider's super strong. Venge swap is always very good versus Bat Rider as well too in the later stages of the game when
Yep.
you're grouping up. So, and lots of we've been hearing slight rumors of like push strategies and all that where Venge is a crucial timing, right? You get that Aghanims and then you can just like end the game with it if you do have a good lineup for it. So.
absolutely. So I hope we see some Pudge.
I think we'll see.
Obviously-
We might see it this series, man. I'm telling you, like,
Yeah.
because even some maybe now because it got changed a little bit and all that, and now teams are going toward more different carries. Like, dude, we were seeing.
I mean, we're not-
Ame was playing at carry.
Well, he was, and they weren't winning though, were they? With that,
They were winning.
were they winning with that
They
in the
won
last
games with it.
tournament?
I know they won.
I
at
thought they were
few
losing
games
with
of
it. I think they were doing like they were having a good game, but then they ended up losing the games when he played Carry Pudge.
I mean, look, because I remember them winning a couple.
Okay. Let's see. Carry Pudge winning hit.
Which one was it? It was early on in the tournament, though. Oh gosh, it's so long ago already.
It really was a month ago. Really, we had the sort of last international clash
Oh my
at
gosh.
an international level between teams.
No, I can't even find
Where's
it.
his Pudge games?
Well, he definitely did play the
He-
Pudge
he
games,
did,
so
yeah.
I don't know.
They
where it is
have-
anymore.
they
They're somewhere
played a
around
lot of
there.
games then, but
They played so much Dota.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh no, I did lose this one.
yeah.
But they did have a techies too.
I did win one. Yeah, you
You
got
did win
lost.
one, right?
You got a couple of
You won
wins.
two.
Yeah,
Yeah, won
won a
two.
couple of games against
a
against
couple.
Asta.
Won a couple, lost versus
Yep.
Vici. So yeah, definitely potential. I mean, I don't know if we'll really see too much of that Pudge carry now, because just like the other heroes are just so popular and they're actually good versus the Pudge carry too, like the Weavers, the Monkey King carries that we've been seeing dominating. So yeah, this is very unlikely. But 4-position Pudge definitely possible. Crit's been playing it. Borax, like we were saying, he's been playing it a bunch. So
Yes. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Would love to see it indeed. Well, tell you what, I don't think we actually have too much delay on the stream. So if you beautiful ladies and gentlemen at home have any questions about this TI, be sure to ask, and we'll answer the
don't.
nice ones.
oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
we won't
actually.
answer the nasty ones.
No.
But if you've got any questions, we'll see it coming in right here. As we are still waiting. But as I say, this is just giving you time to get your drink, get your food, get yourself all stuck in and ready, because there's going to be a lot of Dota ahead
There
today.
is.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do we have here?
what do we got in there? Who's in there? What are you guys doing?
Fog, thoughts on double catapult waves?
Why, thank you. 35 minutes is very important timings. Yeah. It's always going to be important, guys. Double catapults are no joke.
Start the game. I'm trying. I'm trying. All right. I'm trying my best. You know, we'll start when we can. You know. So again, all we can do is apologise for the delay. It's purely a technical thing that is affecting all the games at the moment. So when it starts, it will start.
Oh, but some people who had their food prepped for this game have already eaten it.
Oh, well, that's fine. You can just eat more
Make
food.
more food.
Just
oh, look, my unranked stack.
Eat more food.
Underwater.
What do you mean?
He said, "Yeah, let's go play some unranked." We got my
Let's go.
unranked
Yeah,
boys in
we'll
there.
get some games going. Will block camp meta make laning more or less boring?
Less boring, because then they're going to fight more. They're going to fight inside the lane, and they're going to fight over range creeps all the time. So that should be a lot more fun.
Okay.
Tell them to turn your mic down, Owen.
Tell them to turn my mic down.
Yeah.
I'm eating my mic. Okay, I'll move it a bit closer. Hello. Hello. Welcome. This is an ASMR stream. Anyway.
Now someone said it's soft, though.
Oh, they can't hear me. Your ice cream melted. Well, you shouldn't be eating ice cream for dinner. It's not very healthy. So, you got a milkshake now, right? That's what happens. Ice cream.
I'm going to open one up on
milkshake.
mine so I don't have to reach across you to see what they're saying.
Yeah.
I just feel a little weird.
My mic, it's not loud. Maybe your ears are quiet. You know.
Oh, it's so cool that we can actually chat. Of a customer support. Well, thank you. I mean, thank
stock
you.
photo of a customer support. Why, that's a good flame. Yeah. Will Underlord be picked? Yeah. Do you think we'll see much of Hoodwink? I hope so. I think some of these players are really fun on the Hoodwink, like Crit and stuff.
I think that hero got nerfed a bit. I mean, we'll probably still see it, but I think the damage over time with the Bushwhack is actually pretty significant nerf. That's nice. Do you think giving an exceptionally skilled player stable mid-hero DK is wasting your roster's potential? No, because I think these heroes can still pop off. Like I think I don't think we'll see the DK almost at all. To be honest with you, I think that hero got. I think he got owned.
It's a big old stun.
Yeah, but
you
he's
walk up and bam,
not nearly as tanky.
2-second stun level 1 or something.
He does no damage, and he's not nearly as tanky as he used to be from the nerfs. So he's just kind of like this weird stun, and it's a single target, not BKB piercing. So
sure. What have we got? Indeed, there's a TI podcast. How many techies will we pick? We'll see a few. I think we were talking about this earlier. I think we'll get a handful of games of techies. I'm sure. It'll be more than one. I'm sure we'll get more than one. We'll get a couple, 3 games of techies.
Yep.
I'm sure. Where's Kyle? Kyle will be. Is he casting? Kyle's
he's on one of the
casting.
streams right now.
No, he's not. He's not on the first series. Kyle. Kyle will be casting later today with Cap.
I have too many tabs open now. I'm like losing track of everything.
How many Tiny will pick? Well, Fogged was reckoning that you're probably going to see Tiny banned a lot. Right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be banned a lot?
I don't know, because I think maybe people will start to find the solutions too. Like maybe people will start to go back to your the Undyings, like the Phoenixes, especially Undying. I think is a really popular one because he got all the buffs. But
sure. Nice production. Thank you. I did it myself. How many times RT is he going to get cliffed? I'd say over 5, less than 10. I'd say between 5 and 10. There should have been a prediction in the compendium.
How many times in one game?
Yeah.
How about that?
How many times?
Because I think if they do
in one game,
if LGD
you get a couple of times
did
in one game.
Purpose,
yeah, you're going to get people trying to do that. Indeed, in particular. We see Winter Wyvern this patch. Is she still a competitive pick?
Sure.
Yeah.
If I have heavy physical draft, the problem is right now is that like we were mentioning, Bat Rider's super popular. Probably going to get banned early on though, but Bat is one of like the harder counters to Wyvern.
True.
I think it still could be possible because I do think that there's potentials for like Chen and like the Beastmaster, the push lineups, and Wyvern's always useful for that. So.
Yeah. When will Effie cast? I think Effie's going to be joining the panel probably on the 3rd series of the day. So, if Effie will be on the panel stream. So make sure, as I said, check that out. There'll be the 4 streams with purely the games, and then there'll be the 1 stream that's the stream right now with the panel that will be jumping between the different streams throughout the day, sort of jumping through to the games that are having like the more exciting things going on. So And that will be accompanied with the complete panel, sort of casting, following the games throughout. So you'll get a nice sort of variety of casting really this time around. You can either stick with like me and Fogtier, or you can listen to the panel talk about the same game there. So a lot of different things to listen to. 2-hour delay. Best I can do is 3. I'm sorry, you know.
Hey, we're not 2 hours.
No, we should be.
It's only 38 minutes.
I'm hopeful.
38 minutes.
We'll be. I said I'll keep you all updated. But soon. And you know, if anyone asks anything, hey, the games weren't meant to start until when they start. You know, it's fine.
At least we got these comfy chairs. You know.
Yeah, I hope you got comfy chairs at home. Yeah, I hope you're sitting nice and comfortably.
Ooh, some good questions going out there.
What is your most anticipated match
in
Group A? I don't know. What do you reckon, chap? Best match in Group A? Well, what sort of matchups are you guys and girls looking forward to at home?
Oh, I don't actually know. There's so many good ones.
It's hard to tell because, as I said, we don't really know too much about how good the teams go. You know, sort of after the first day, then I think you have a bit more of a better idea of, you know, oh, we want to see the team that's playing this style or picking these sort of heroes against this team. It's very hard to sort of say at the moment, really.
It's also hard to just honestly remember every single team that's inside all the groups.
Again, a lot of people saying EGOG, of course.
Yeah.
A lot of people looking for the EGOG. That's
I think
understandable. Yeah.
Wait, Secret in the same group? No, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, EGOG.
EG Undying, of course, some NA fans.
EG Undying.
Yeah, EG Undying on LAN. That's yeah. That'll certainly be a fun one to watch.
I mean, there's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always think whenever
I think
I'm just like every game is
every
good.
game.
Every game is always entertaining for me.
Every game.
Because they all have their opportunities for just crazy stuff. There's crazy upsets and whatnot. So. Will Zoo meta appear on this TI? I personally do think that we could get some type of Zoos. I think Chen.
Yeah, Chen's Beastmasters, Prophets.
Yeah, I think we've still been seeing a lot of Lycan.
Well, I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are being informed we are going to cut to a break. I know you've been beautiful, and I'm sorry you've been stuck with us. We've tried to keep you entertained, but we're not too sure when the game will start. I think your best bet is to watch the mainstream. They'll probably keep you updated. We are just still waiting. I'm not quite sure what the problem is. We've got all the players, all the lobbies. It's something. But of course, I'm an expert technician, so I've got to come off and I'll go fix it. All right, so I'll do my best, chat, to go and fix it. Don't you worry. I'm very smart. I can plug things in, plug things out. So I'll go fix it, and then we'll get the games going. So apologies. I said we love you all. Thank you very much for sticking with us for 40 minutes of an opener. Hope you enjoyed the chat. We will be back, and we will be back with EG Asta, hopefully sooner than later. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon. I'll go and fix it, all right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen,
Hello.
and apologies for the delay, but we should be on the verge of getting into the first series of the International. EG versus Aster is what we're going to have up for you here, and should be good to go. I believe it was some coordinator issues that I believe are fixed.
Some ticket issues, something happened too, I believe, something else, but it looks like everything's good. Teams are in the lobbies.
Everybody's in.
Everybody's in.
Everybody's in. So, all we've got to do is press that start game button. I'm trying to press. I'm not the.
It's non-existent.
I didn't host
for
the
us.
lobby, but
Non-existent.
I'm using my psychic powers. Start the game. So it's going to work. Might take a bit of time, but we're doing our best. And we're back. We've come back because it's about to start.
It is.
So don't worry. I hope you've all had time to go grab your drinks, your food, your snacks.
Yep.
And possibly also have already got the chest shop from the stream.
Oh, I didn't get mine yet.
I've not got mine yet.
Mine didn't come yet. Oh, yeah, Big Shirt. Connect your Steam account. I did not have my Steam account connected to my Twitch, so make sure you do that
Dummy.
so you can get your loot from watching after 1 hour. You can collect it, blah, 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 blah.
Free chest.
Free stuff.
And that's actually coming personally from me. So no need to thank me. I wanted to help you all out, so I decided to
Good man.
send you all a chest for watching the stream. Yeah. So,
And
just,
for the,
it's been nice.
For the people that did not get to hear before, of course, if you did not find out all the updates, if you did not read anything, Aster is playing with 4 of their members. They're playing with a 5th stand-in. 86 is his name. He is going to be playing mid instead of
mid.
White Album. Yep. So, high-ranked player, relatively high-ranked, 300 ranked.
Yep.
Hasn't played, according to any of these things, like about 9 months.
Wow.
Probably untrue. He's probably playing on Smurf, something like that. But
Took a holiday,
we'll see. We'll see how he does. So, just remember that.
Yeah, and that probably, hopefully, is just going to be for a day, as at least the latest update was that things were getting better regarding the Aster and White Apple situation. So it may just be for the day that they have the standard. But of course, we'll keep you updated, and I'm sure you'll find out updates on the internet from that as well.
Yep.
So yes, the lobby is full.
Start the damn game already, somebody said, Owen.
Okay, there we go. Start the damn. No, I'll probably get told off if I write that in the lobby chat. It's a professional tournament. I can't shout at the admins. But actually, I think they said say ready. Nobody said ready. Shall I say ready? Everyone's ready. Go.
They are ready.
We're all ready. We're all ready. Oh, somebody just left. But I'm sure it's fine.
It's okay.
But
begin
everyone's
with it.
ready.
Yep.
And again, remind, there's 4 games going on at the moment. You got this, and I don't know what the other 3 are because it doesn't matter. You should stay right here. I believe the other sort of the big one going on this morning is OG versus Alliance,
Yep.
which will, sure, I'll give it some credit. There'll be some good memes there, but we've got EG, and EG always brings the memes, and as said,
So does Aster.
with a
They
stand-in
did
as well.
bring-
I'm always here for the intrigue.
Yep.
Team with a last-minute stand-in. You don't know what to expect.
Yep.
Maybe it will be amazing. Maybe this, 86 is some sort of unsung hero. He steps
Could be.
in and he dominates the mid lane. It's going to be a little bit hard against Arbed, I feel,
Sure.
but you never know. So we will be finding out.
Yeah, we still do at least have a lot of it still is lots of powerhouse players versus each other. I like I always like looking the matchups of player versus player in their role, right? Like Monet versus Arteezy. Monet has always been known as super beast. Got Lanem versus Fly. Bit of old bloods battling up against each other. XXS versus Ice Ice Ice. Same thing. Old bloods that have played at since TI2, I believe. XXS has also been around.
Yeah.
It's and then we have Borax,
Borax.
which also compares with Crit, which is again
Yeah.
super legendary.
Some
kind of
similar heroes.
Really cool 4 matchup.
The
And yeah,
Spirit
very similar
players.
heroes. That's cool actually. The Monkey King 4,
Yeah,
something
they're
that's
both
now
do it.
super popular. They're both going to be doing
The
it likely.
Ricky. Maybe.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Dead hero.
What about, is Ricky just no Ricky?
Dead hero. Oh,
Oh.
F. We've got some Fs in the chat.
F, who's pressing F?
I think the stream died.
Hello?
Hello.
Press.
I see us. I see
Yeah,
us. So,
so there's no F.
True. What are
Stop.
they saying?
This is a fake F.
They're lying.
Why are we effing?
Who's doing it?
Why are they effing?
We're back. I guess it was just a hiccup, maybe. Just a small second. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Refresh?
Yeah,
Refresh your stream. And it'll,
I don't believe.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Chat's trying to press F on
Yep,
us.
yep, 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 yep.
Oh, silly. There's no Fs to be pressed
No.
here. No.
And what was the other thing? I believe, I don't see it right now, but EG chose first pick.
They chose first pick.
And Aster chose Radiant,
Okay.
I think. I have to wait till the thing
There's
pops back
a-
up. It
they
didn't come back
haven't,
up again yet, so.
They haven't redone it yet. No, we had to remake the lobby.
Yep.
The stream froze for just a bit. No, maybe we just froze. Maybe
I
we
blinked.
just
I
froze.
blinked.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't hold it.
Yeah. Someone's insulting my keyboard. How rude.
What are those
How
garbage
rude.
keyboards?
How rude. Do not insult my keyboard. Very rude. Oh, where's the manners here, chat? Insulting my
They thought we were
equipment.
frozen. Look, we got him. We
They
got
thought
you. We got you.
Got him.
Oh,
I'll teach you to press F on us.
yeah.
But, one of the streams has started. Okay, that's good news.
Wait, who started?
Someone said some of the games have started.
Who started? Let me see. Wait, I have them all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, looks like
There's
we've
one-
got.
okay, some of the don't go there. You're staying right here
Some
with
other
us.
streams have
but
started, it looks like.
games are beginning.
Our update was that Aster is.
Games are beginning.
Aster's coming in. Aster's coming very soon. They're almost ready. They needed a moment.
Okay.
So.
We've given them a moment.
Yep.
That's all they're getting. They're not
That's all
getting
they get.
another moment.
Nope.
They better come on. That's all they're getting.
Oh, you guys. Okay, so people
Yeah.
will do see show mousepad. I mean, the mousepad
What's the mousepad?
is
It's a
pretty
TI-10
sweet.
mousepad. Look at this.
Look at this thing. It's pretty beautiful.
Look at
Check it
this.
out. It's actually pretty sweet. They've also
Yep.
that's the Twitch design now too, I believe, for Dota.
Oh yeah, it's on
We've
the logo.
got also on
Yep.
the outside of the stadium. I believe people posted some pictures of these heroes too.
Very nice.
Looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and it can be yours right now for $99.
Yep.
Sent to me.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It'll be in the post. 2-year shipping. Will come one day.
It's so small. Well, some people I believe like the smaller ones. I believe you can probably get a bigger one as well. They probably have, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Very cool.
you guys will find out.
Very cool.
Looks nice though. I'm gonna get one.
But yeah, we're just waiting. Yeah, we've got one game started. Stream 3 started. Stream 4 has started.
They
and
started.
We're the only stream that hasn't started. So
and
I'm sorry, Trevor. Well, you chose literally the slowest stream.
mhm.
It will be worth it though. We've got EG versus Aster, but I'm afraid we have. But you know, the best till last, right? You know.
Dude,
you
I'm learning already now too.
we're
We're
watching
gonna
the other
get to
streams, yeah.
learn from looking at
Oh
some
yeah,
of the
let's
other
see.
things, too,
Okay,
'cause-
so
Oh, we've got a lot of different stuff.
We'll give you some other streams, spoilers on the other streams in case you want to watch those games later. But
Juicy.
there's IO being picked, Dawnbreaker first pick, Silencer first pick,
IO
Sand King,
Tiny.
Storm,
First two bands. IO
Shaker.
Tiny.
People were saying Shaker's going to be pretty hot.
Yeah.
Shaker's coming up. Rubik in response. All right. Elder
Some
Titan,
Hunter. Oh, ET.
ET second
boy.
pick.
There we go.
Boom. So just kind of looking for the job. Oh, the game's starting.
Is Tiny banned every game so far?
Game is starting.
That's the thing I'm gonna
You
say.
don't
Let's
need
look-
to go anywhere.
Who
else.
cares? We're gonna find out right now in
You
our
don't
game.
need to go anywhere
which
else.
is what matters.
We've got our own draft here. It's going to
Yeah,
be coming up on your streams any moment. I'd say about now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome to TI-10, or actually, as we're calling it now, TI-13256.
Evil geniuses turn to bastards, turn to ban. Evil geniuses turn to
TIs.
ban.
Alright.
So welcome to the game. This is Aster versus EG. And let's see what we got. Well, the Eye's been banned.
Well,
We
I
saw
was gonna
that's
be the most
hot.
banned, guys. I was banned every game, I think, on every stream.
Yep. That was first picked in another stream, so it's popular. Weaver, no. Is anybody surprised?
Nope.
No.
No surprise.
Nobody is surprised that Weaver got that.
So now
That's
it's like
not a surprise.
your bats, your tinies, your monkey kings, and then it's
5
about
seconds
specific
remaining.
stuff that I think people are going to be using from information from scrims, which is like your chens,
Team
your
Asters turn
chantresses.
to ban.
Snapfire's not that.
Oh.
I thought Snapfire was going to be pretty hot. You were a little surprised by that one?
Wow, I'm quite surprised by that one.
Dude,
Yeah.
Scatter, what is it? This is the Snapfire shard.
Yeah.
Snap, I think
I mean,
one
it's
of the
always
good
been really
shards.
strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't get
Snaps
changed
off.
though. Did it?
No, but
It's been strong,
I don't
but it
know.
requires a significant amount of farm. Like you want to be able to get B in
Okay.
the face. Like you want to get
5
Blink and
seconds
Shard. I know there's like
Evil
Xingqiu or Shinkyu.
geniuses
Sorry, I know
turn
that's how
to
he
pick.
wants to his name. He was doing it a lot
Yeah.
at some point. Thing.
and the Monkey King. No surprise.
No
You've
surprise.
been on about this one. A
Yep.
hero we're going to see in
Team
all of the
Asters
positions.
turn to pick.
You don't want those first players to go to it. Tight or whatnot, and that's expected.
Ooh.
This hero is going to be hot. It's going to be picked first. Where's it? Is it going to be the carry most of the time?
Most of the time, but it is one of those like flexible heroes because
If it
he's
looks
so
that
good
bad, yeah.
mid. He's so good in the safe lane. He's not
10
great as a
That's
one
true.
possession, but he
Arbed
can be.
Tiny's really good.
It is. So what's the responses?
Yeah.
It's
5
how hard do you want to
seconds
counter the
remaining.
tiny, or do you want to go for your own strategy? Because I know people were mentioning, you know, your Undyings,
Well, do you just pick the
your
bat?
Phoenixes, your bats. I think that's probably going to be one of the bigger ones.
Because I feel like something like a bat, right? That now makes the Tiny have to really consider the matchups. You never want to play into a bat as a Tiny, right?
Just too much damage. Overwhelming damage, BKB piercing disable. Sure, you have built-in status resist at 20 on Tiny, but it's still really strong because by the time you get to that point, the Bat Rider is just has taken over so much of the game. So percent damage is another thing people were doing versus Tiny a lot. The Underlord, I think I heard people theory crafting for a bit.
Okay.
So
What about your Necrophoses?
I think Necrophos was another one too. Because also very strong versus that high physical burst, sure, versus the magic burst, but it's now at this point where Tiny is not only about that magic, it's a double Echo Saber hit toss with Silver Edge, ridiculous crits, so.
But it's one of those heroes you can build and you have the Shroud. You're probably not going to die first.
So yeah, I figured this was going to be the biggest counter to the Tiny, and this hero is also just insane now. 5 hits, level 1 Tombstone. We're hearing and seeing pubs about just level 1 Tombstone. You just get it at level 1, go Orb of Venom, and you fight.
You get first blood.
Anyone who wants to fight with you, they will likely lose
10
that battle.
seconds remaining.
Really good hero, very Lanem-esque.
Oh yeah.
And it's a flex.
5 seconds
I've seen
remaining.
people running it in the 3 position more now.
Yeah, I think it'll be
Geniuses
Lanem.
turn to
I think so. Too.
I was this one. I think we'll see. I think one of the best mid farmers, and this will be the mid then. Or
Yeah, more than likely. Yep.
I think he's a good mid player. So has to play with the stand-in. This is a hero that you're going to farm. As long as they can keep control of the small camp, make sure that it's not going to get blocked. You know, after you've got a couple of points of the Tidebringer, you're going to be able to push the wave out.
And doing this,
5
like picking
seconds
Undying and
remaining.
then picking the Kunkka, Undying already makes you be like, we may not want to have Tiny as our carry anymore because Undying, he does just ruin your team fight potential. Like, this Tombstone is just devastating, and now you're going to maybe force the Tiny into a mid matchup versus Kunkka, where Kunkka's fine with that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's chilling.
I think this is a really good pick
nice.
for 86 if he's going to be taking this mid as the stand-in here for Asta.
Lanem is one of the traditional players. I'm going to say this very importantly so. He's always liked to play Undying in situations even when he wasn't good, just for vision. He is a very abusive player of just placing the Tombstone down for vision in nighttime team fights. Because for people who don't know, Tombstone gives you like 1800. You see everything inside of it. Yeah. And so, Bane, you can actually be able to see the Bane easier if you have your Tombstone down in a good
Evil
position.
geniuses turn to bad.
Strong pick here, as we know Bane is absurdly powerful.
I mean, could that be the off-lane duo, the Kunkka and Undying? Don't like that.
I guess it could be. I think I just, I like the idea of what maybe I'm overthinking it right now, but I like the idea that I've got right now of like with this Kunkka mid forcing the Tiny mid and the Undying, or the Undying forcing the mid.
And so what's super busted about Bane? Because they say, you know, Bane, one of the supports that's
Animations.
See a lot now.
His animations are amazing. Sleep now does damage, and you're hitting them the whole time. And when they're slept, when you're nightmared, you have no vision around you, so you can't actually see how many heroes are surrounding you and stuff like that. It's just like these little things that are amazing. But it's mostly no animations. You have ridiculous damage inside of late phase, and then your BKB piercing distance. Always got.
Coming in, Lycan. As I say, we've got to be watching out for those Zoo meta heroes this patch and this TI for sure. Taken away.
I like the Bane a lot also versus Kunkka in particular because you can disjoint a lot of the spells, right? You have the X, the combo, you can disjoint the X, disjoint the boat damage, etc. So other things that make Bane incredibly strong versus. And now we're seeing the bans coming out from EG, so it's looking they're trying to set up the Tiny for the carry. They're banning out the heroes that are quite good versus Tiny carry, the Razor, Terrorblade. Terrorblade I'm a little mixed on actually though. I actually like the Tiny carry versus TV. Mixed damage on Tiny, you have all the magical bursts.
But are you going to burst him?
Exactly.
After he's got those first 2 sort of stat items, it's
like I said,
he's going to get the Sunder. You know, if you do your combo, your Echo hits, and then he Sunders, then you feel kind of bad. Reflections out, and suddenly he's hitting you back way harder and faster than you can with the Mets.
Yeah. So I'm like I said, I'm a little mixed on that one, but that seems like it would have been really strong, especially with Undying, who's going to be kiting the Tiny and who's going to be setting up the healing up the TV as well.
It's going to be one of those bans when you're picking the Tiny. This is very much a case of, you know, how scared are you of the enemy carry's ability to play the Terrorblade, right? You know, if you know they're a good Terrorblade player, it will come into question. I don't think it's, as you said, one of those heroes that you're like, I'm playing Tiny, I can't play against Terrorblade full stop. It's like, this is legitimately a hero that Asta's going to be very strong playing with. Don't want to deal with that.
And the other thing is too, you're playing versus Monet. That's his best hero. Like this guy he's a beast on it. So
that's why you take it out.
And we see the Veno ban, so another hero that's very obnoxious for Tiny. He hates playing versus, I guess, Undying, Phoenix, and Veno are 3 of the bigger counters that just make his life miserable.
Team Asta's turn to pick.
Fuck. And I like those bans too because you've already shown that you have an Undying, so you're going to be a bit limited on the disable front. So these elusive storms and pucks could be.
You are going to need some control yourself,
10
some sort
seconds
of
remaining.
bane.
Yeah, maybe they go for the Legion Commander still anyway. XXS is one of his
5
favorites, and it's
seconds
a dispel for the Fiend script. Really strong later as well
Legion
too.
super good with the shard against, yeah. So as you said, for the save against Tiny, catch someone, set up a Tiny, there'll be the high chance they get out of there.
Yeah.
A lot of save and sustain then it would be.
Exactly.
Between a dying, Kunkka's run.
Maybe a bit overkill at this
Sure, yeah,
point, but it's still strong because it gives you that a BKB piercing lockdown as well, and a long duration one. So even though Tiny, as we
Evil
mentioned, status is
geniuses turn to pick.
decent, but they're gonna go for a hard disable, as you said. Undying,
They gotta get
lacking.
some more
They gotta
catch.
get some. Zabit very likely to play some. Still some spirit, Ember and Void Spirit are still there. Queen of Pain is still there, also a very popular hero.
Yeah, I mean,
10
something like
seconds
the
remaining.
Quap or the Void Spirit. Do you still like that when there's already like these tanky
5
heroes?
seconds
The
remaining.
Kunkka. I feel like this is a hero you're going to struggle to burst. Or do you think if you pick something like a Quap and say the Kunkka does go mid, you're going to be able to crush him hard enough in the
gonna be able
matchup?
to
that
Evil
He just has a sad
geniuses
game.
turn
Yeah,
to
I think
pick
that could be an
Mirana.
opportunity. And now, okay, so we've got Bane Mirana, so a really strong roaming combo. Also could set up for, I mean, they could set up for some type of like aggro lanes even too.
Oh, I'm seeing these heroes as well. I've hit that poor old 86 standing in. You know,
Yeah.
you're playing against a Mirana that's going to be constantly sort of trying to keep you on your toes in the
10
mid lane.
seconds
Yep.
remaining.
EG, they're definitely looking to put the pressure on
Team
there.
Astos
I like the
turn to
Mirana a lot, and yeah, there's the Ember. So we expected some type of these elusive heroes for Abed, and that's why
I
we
like
didn't
this
see that
spirit
Lion.
more.
Yeah.
With the build potential, you can just sort of scale how you want your damage output to go more than something like a spirit or what.
And now you know, just like you said, if he is going to be 86 mid lane, now you really have to
10
watch out for Mirana
seconds
arrows.
remaining.
You're going to have a chains as well. That
Yes,
can be the
it's
setup
spooky.
for it too. So quite
But,
scary.
5 seconds
if
remaining.
86 feels comfortable standing up and playing something else, there's that chance. So
Geniuses
this
turn
Kunkka
to
and
back.
Dying could go together at the bottom. We've got the Morphling.
The Monet Morph, classic.
And I
Also,
guess
it's nice,
Morph is
honestly.
one of those carries that's pretty good against the Tiny, right?
And versus the Ember. Turning
Yeah.
into both of these heroes
Yeah.
inside of a team fight is
I like that.
very strong. You're going to have toss
10
avalanches of
seconds
plenty. You're
remaining.
going to have the slight chains. Everybody always used to like to play the
5
Morphling versus the
seconds
Ember
remaining.
because it's pretty much like you have an Ember Spirit on your team inside of the team fight.
Great with the heals and sort of sustain again. And set this Morph up.
Moonlight Shadow looks pretty good game though. I love playing. Mirana overall just always has these like little invisible impact things, but versus something like Tombstone, your zombies are spreading. You Moonlight Shadow. If you get to disengage away from like a sentry or from like a dust, your teammates are just gonna have those zombies disappear. You can always like set up really nicely, and it's a lot of gank potential right now from EG with that Mirana ult, with the Bane setup, Tiny, a lot of burst.
Team Astos turn
Team
to
fights,
ban.
I would say, is a little bit lacking on in comparison because now we see Aster. They've got Kunkka Undying, so I would say they have a little bit more of that team fight
Evil
department. If they do show up with those
geniuses
two,
turn to ban.
EG probably has to have a kill an advantage before
Yeah,
they
they
look
got
to
to
fight
split.
versus them.
No, that's true. The AoE quite there here for.
And we do see that Legion ban.
Yeah,
Very expected
yeah,
now, especially
yeah.
with an Ember pick too, some chains that can be
Yeah, just
dispelled.
ruins
so,
the
yeah.
whole setup.
10
Yep.
seconds remaining.
Ban. Beastmaster from
5
Aster.
seconds
I like
remaining.
that one. It's right now EG has shown that they have a bit of lacking on building damage. Sure, Tiny, I know. of
Tiny's
course.
still
Tiny's
punches,
still pretty
but
crazy, but they want something like a buffer, right? Something to boost them up so that Beast would and BKB piercing lockdown. Beast.
They're still targeting Exo76.
A lot of
The raw flamer to come off here from EG.
damage on you. A lot of burst
Astos
potential. So
turn
if like
to
these heroes
battle.
aren't in position to save, like the Undying or the Kunkka doesn't get his rum off, like these heroes are gonna die on the side of Aster for sure if they do get it set up on at all. They have to have very good positioning. Kunkka, I really feel I'm looking at Kunkka needing to be there for most of the fight.
10 seconds remaining.
Imagine, yeah.
Evil
Sorry.
geniuses turn to pick.
They removed all those pushes, those Zoo heroes, the Beastmaster, Lycan, Prophet, all taken away here. G.
I like the Prophet one a lot too because right now I'm looking at EG, looking to play fast, no cooldowns really, so Nature's Prophet fits that perfectly and he gives them that extra little bit of push. So they ban the two
10
pushing heroes
seconds
and the two
remaining.
heroes that kind of accelerate the pace of EG. I do like those ban.
5 seconds remaining. Team Aster's turn to pick.
Ooh, okay, hell yeah.
So what are we getting? Who's playing what? Anything's
ET is Ice Ice Ice, I imagine.
okay?
Oh.
So, core ET?
Yeah, great. And that's always going to be really nice versus Morphling.
It is.
You
Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye armor.
Yep. The more
10
farm that you get out of an ET
seconds
is always going to be better because then you can actually stay in the face. If you're a support ET versus like the Morphlings,
5
at some point, you know,
seconds
when you get
remaining.
B and all that, it's a little harder. But as a core,
is-
you can stay on them.
And I mean, Tiny's comp
So much
it's
damage.
insane anyway.
It's so much
buffed
damage
up
on this
by
team.
the Elder Titan aura.
Yeah.
Applying that debuff. The heroes are going to disappear. There's going to be very little they can do to save one another at this moment in time. We'll see what Aster draft with themselves.
Oof, and so they'll put what? Lion has to be a 4 position. Undying Morphling will be the safe lanes. So it's going to be ET
Yes.
Mirana versus that. So Undying can do a decent job, but this could be really hard for the Morph. I gotta
It's
be
a lot
honest.
of-
Like,
yeah.
it's so much damage. It's constant poke from the Mirana, and Undying can't really back you up to trade with a Mirana at all. So I think this could be a tough one for Monet in that top lane.
You may now select your heroes.
Do see at least, you know, that Necro, that percent damage versus the Tiny.
Yeah, one of the heroes I think can work nicely against it, and
More
lockdown.
heal.
They need lockdown. So now at least with the scythe, they can have good bursts with the scythe, the finger from Borax. They can look to pop some of these heroes like Arbed, Spirit. Sure, you have flame guard, but not a hero that's going to be looking to build stat items or anything. So still, if they can get that catch, Blink.
Aster has no way to hit buildings. Morphling has to be the only one who like just like walks up. They have Tombstone to provide
I mean, they're
vision, but
taking it
it's-
late, right?
Yeah,
They're
looking
building
for-
up Monet. They're looking to get Monet to a point where he's ready to carry the game on his
But
shoulders.
even late, they're playing versus ET. So
Yeah,
you're,
EG's
I
not
feel
gonna
like you're
feel bad,
playing, I
though,
think you're
like,
playing
it's-
into EG's hands if that's the case.
It's definitely a hard game. It's a hard game
Well,
here
it's
for
tough.
Aster. Case anyways, we say this is the day having to play with their standing White Album form, so
They have,
we'll see. It's going to be interesting. 86 on the Kunkka.
yeah, and they have, but the one thing I will say is they have really strong team fight. I'm just going to keep reiterating that. So if they do come out of the
group up.
lanes ahead, if they can start to group up, they could actually dismantle EG in a pretty quick fashion because EG is more about that pickoff game. But as we've known, EG overall laning phase is their jam. So we're going to see how they set up the lanes and what they're going to do to just even more shut down the hero that they think is going to problem the other. Here we go. Game.
Aggressive win rate on the old M. 268 wins, 5 losses. And ladies, first game that myself and Vog will be taking you through.
Prepare
EG
for
versus Aster. Game 1 of the 2-game series.
Level 1 smoke.
Aster ready to head out. Some action. So ZG, smoke coming out from them as
Alright.
well.
Let's go, because you know what it is? Gotta block the small camp. Oh, and you cannot let them get to the small camp. We'll see if they both try to go for it here. Double sentries on fly. Borax has one. He's already in position around his small camp. Say the invasion begins. Welcome, everybody. Look at
Aster's
items.
being very careful.
Yeah. Out of the ordinary. Ice with some cheeky starting items. Double gauntlet, just stick, branches, no regen to start. He's going to bring it out at the start. That's cool, because he's playing versus the Undying, and they're not going to be able to hit him too much, and he's just going to be able to play in the face of them. Then he can actually hit the Uns back.
30 seconds to battle.
They're still just all
I mean,
five.
yeah, Aster. I like the defensive pose here. 5 round the tier 1.
Gotta be careful of the sleep arrow. Someone steps out of position.
That'll be a first blood.
He just automatically skill decay. So he didn't even go for just in case of anything where they are rules. He wants decay for the laning phase, as I think is necessary. He needs to secure Monet.
The
Step
battle
up.
begins.
Bounty in him. Maybe Boris can do it with a stun, but Ara's going to come out crit, able to secure that bounty. You get a bit of a rundown here from the two of them, but no catch.
See if where Flag goes. Is he gonna just go straight back top lane immediately? More than likely. We'll have our standard lanes.
Pretty much expected with the setup. It's definitely going to be on the mid lane. How much can 86 do here out of the standing against definitely one of the fiercer mids at the tournament here, Arbed, the Spirit.
And both mids do have their small camp available.
Mid lane in and out. Flame guard being leveled up by Arlo. 6 Tidebringer. Side lanes. Borax trading quite nicely here with Fly.
Decent lane right now for Aster. This top lane should be pretty okay for Aster. Once levels come out, Borax just has to be a bit careful. They have to be careful for some like sleep toss-back plays that could come out from the side of EG, but a decent lane there. And looking at the bottom lane, as I said, Monet is really going to have a hard time. They're going to just consistently arrow the range creep with the Mirana, and then they're just going to have creep advantage plus an ET with like the, you know, spirit bonus damage. So it'll be a bit of a tough start for Monet, and we'll see.
You know, what sort of stage can we expect to see some movement? So, you know, do you want to try and do something about the Kunkka early on? Make sure that you can shut his game down early?
I bet fine in this matchup.
Yep.
Ember does good in this one.
Top lane. Success. He's got the stick charges. Arteezy. Might have to run him down twice. Gotta be careful.
I like XXS, what he's going for here. Immediately going for Falcon Blade. Got a fluffy hat, so just needs to watch about burst potential in the top lane at levels, so that'll get that 800 HP already. So he's very, very healthy.
Cover him nicely with the stun.
Yep.
Each time that Arteezy tries to step up.
Crit decides to start checking into these water runes at some point soon. Right now, they're emphasizing on just shutting down Monet. Okay, he actually had the lane in a good position. Lanem's doing a really good job of bodying both Ice and...
And what do you sort of expect to see nowadays from the Morph? Are we seeing the E-Blade, or sort of Manta Skadi just farming it up? Yeah, are you killing or are you hitting creeps?
They've been switching it up a lot. It really depends on what you're playing against and what you're with too, because I've seen a lot of Aghanims too. I've seen some like Willows, but most of the time it's still Manta. Especially when you're playing versus like Chains and stuff like that, it can be annoying.
Harder for Arteezy to step up to the wave top.
Crit's going for couriers. That's gonna give away their ward that they placed deeply early on, but either way, always.
Try not damage there to get that range CS. Nice deny.
He's getting 14-2. Elder Titan only 9-5 right now. This is not going as well as I thought that EG was going to be able to play like aggressive down here. I guess the Undying factor is just too much. He's just constantly getting the spam onto the ET. Now is a little different. ET, he's 3, so that's where the Spirit actually becomes powerful. We get that 40 bonus damage from heroes if he hits both of them. He's got literally a DD or even triple damage or more.
Yeah, and when you do run this ET Mirana lane, you do need it to sort of win. Like, losing the lane is like you're drafting this against the Morph to make sure that he doesn't free farm.
And the thing is too for ET is like you want to have a good laning phase because you don't have a good catch-up mechanic.
Yeah.
You don't farm well. You don't. It's farm well. You farm through team fights or through kills. So at some point soon they're gonna start getting very aggressive down here. I'd imagine. Just it's the same thing. Just always watch out for Tombstone. 5 hits. But they don't want to get too over aggressive.
How are we doing?
Even.
2 against the 13 for 5. 86. Keep up there with Varbed. Do so quite easily with the build. Now he's tanking up big time. Double braces. Way where Arteezy does have that time or so and he's ready to roll. First heroes combo. There is the chance that they will survive through it.
Cloaks, bracers, raindrops, fluffy hats will be a friend of Aster. Their lineup is sustained, so if they can survive the initial burst, it's very likely that they can